of it, and it is still haunting. Also, I am curious to what we seen. I wish phones were better then because we could have gotten better footage, but who knows, someone would have probably said it was fake. So one night bleep was me, my youngest sister, and a childhood friend from the neighborhood. I am going to call him Chris for the sake of this post. I was on the cusp of graduating high school and we all decided to hang out one night. We had all grown up together and went to the same school. So that night we were celebrating life, graduating, and also school was almost out for the summer. It was pretty late and my mother would usually sit outside with us just to keep an eye even though we were still teens, yet on the verge of adulthood. But she had turned in early and we all were in the driveway of her house. So this particular night went on as usual until Chris said, "Look." We thought he was mentioning something in the neighborhood, like some random / silly activity that usually goes on at night. But no, this was different. He said, "Look in the sky." He sounded very serious and panicked. He then pointed when my sister and I finally looked. We seen a black humanoid floating in the sky. It was so creepy. It was still floating. Just a black figure. A shadowy black figure hovering / floating. No sound. We could barely make out the outline of what we possibly thought it was. We talked about it and people thought we were tripping or making it up. I would say less than a day or two later, that is when a tragic car accident would occur with our other neighborhood friends we grew up with and someone else. It happened about 2 minutes away from the house on the main road. A lady went into shock and T-boned the driver. The 2 people we knew from the neighborhood passed away on impact, and so did the lady who went into shock under the wheel. Until this day, me and my sister talk about, and even though we are not friends with Chris anymore, we all still corroborate each other's story on what we seen that night. Though we could not make it out, it's still haunting and given the events that took place after. And the thing is, the figure was hovering, floating over the house of one of the people in the neighborhood that passed away in the crash, and they were the driver. It has been over a decade and still I cannot make sense of it, and it is still haunting. Also, I am curious to what we seen. I wish phones were better then because we could have gotten better footage, but who knows, someone would have probably said it was fake.